How to build a business in the comfort of your own home. I'm going to be giving you so much more than just a few home-based business ideas. I'm going to be doing that, but I'm also going to be giving you a blueprint, 10 steps to create massive success in the next 6 to 12 months. All right, so step number 1 is to choose a business to start. I don't care what business or what business model you choose, but pick something you like the idea of building or see value in building. Now, I am going to go into what I think are some of the best home-based business ideas, but not just yet. First, I want to take you through each of the 10 steps. Then I'll come back and give you some really good home-based business examples, especially if you're a beginner and don't have a lot of money to invest, or if you don't have your own products or services to sell and don't really have any experience or expertise. I'm going to cover business models that literally anybody can start. But I'm going to do that at the end, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what business you choose. It's not going to work if you can't follow through with the rest of the steps I'm about to show you. Step number 2 is to ignore everything else. This is where most people fail. They pick something, but 2 weeks later, when they're not getting the results that they're after, they see something else that looks easier or something that looks like it's going to work better, and then they give up. They move on to something else. What most people do is they choose something out of emotion that makes them feel better for the time being, but when it comes down to actually putting in the work and making it happen, they get distracted because they see something else that, like I said, looks easier or looks like it's going to get them the results faster or something like that, and they keep jumping from one thing to another, never really giving anything a chance. The only business that will work for you is the one you decide to work on for you. Step number 3 is to refrain from following every single guru, marketer, or expert you come across. A mistake I made when I started was following too many entrepreneurs. Every one of them had different ways of doing things or had completely different business models. Now I follow very few, and the ones that I do follow give massive freaking value 24/7. And after following these people, I soon became a lot like them, and my main focus was always to serve my customers at the highest levels and help solve their problems, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to make you a lot of money. Step number 4 is to work like this year is your last. Most people get into this business and want to have the 2-hour work days, but it just won't happen without lots of hustling in the early years. You work hard for someone else at a job, but when you start your own business, you need to start working harder for yourself. This was a hard lesson that I had to learn. I may seem like I'm preaching, but really I'm preaching to the old Rory, the one that needed a good slap across the face. Once I realized I'm the only person who can make my dreams happen, I hustled every single day, and I want you to do the same. Step number 5 is to have complete self-belief in your abilities. Look, you will not have a 100% game-proof plan ever. You just have to get started and work out the kinks as you mess things up. I've messed up big many times in the past. Sometimes you will mess up, and when you do mess up, you just need to do whatever it takes to make things right. You're only human, and humans make mistakes. They will happen. Stop worrying, stop doubting yourself, and stop worrying about, the what ifs. The what ifs cause a lot of people to go to their graves with dreams that were never accomplished. Successful people move, and they move with a mother effing passion, and they figure out how to fix things as they go. When I make a mistake, I act on it within 24 hours. This isn't just in business, but in all aspects of my life, even personal. Make decisions and move fast before you have time to, sit around and second guess yourself and never get started. You do this. So, you need to wake yourself up to this. If you want the next year of your life to be amazing, you should be working like everything you do will pay off in the long scheme of things. Stop worrying about what if I do this and it doesn't work. It's going to work, damn it, and you better start believing in it or you're wasting your time. Step number 6 is to drop the employee mindset. Now, this one is going to be a hard one, but just because you put in 40 hours worth of work doesn't mean you get 40 hours worth of pay. You have to hustle like no tomorrow in the start, and later you get paid back for 4,000 hours worth of work. In the start, you feel like all you're doing is wasting time, or what you're doing is not working, but that's just because we are trained to think like an employee. It's not your fault. It's conditioning from a young age. As an entrepreneur, you hustle, and then bam, you get massive success. I once heard someone say, as an entrepreneur, you get coal for Christmas 3 years in a row, and on the 4th year, you get presents. Sounds about right to me. Until you learn to accept this and stop operating like, why am I not making any money for the work I put in, and why am I not rich yet, then you will remain broke. Start injecting your passion into everything you do and actually make people believe you enjoy what you're doing. Step number 7 is don't preach the dream, but live the nightmare. I see a lot of people trying to pretend they're happy or that they enjoy building a business, but really it's very obvious they're only in this to get a quick buck. If I can see it, so can everyone else. No longer is good enough good enough. You must create your content with a passion. Your message must have passion injected into it. Your vision must be filled with passion, and your goals to help others must have a fuck ton of passion. Start acting like you love building a business, and maybe people will actually start wanting to work with you. It doesn't matter if you've made $1, but when someone talks to you, then you reply with, I'm taking this to the top. You can either go with me or watch me do it. See how powerful that is? It's not a statement that would come from someone who is half committed. Step number 8 is to stand for something and be bold. There's plenty of spineless pussies in the world who just talk the way everyone wants them to talk, act the way society thinks is appropriate, and they try to be someone they're not, which leads to extreme unhappiness. What I'm saying is that you have to be yourself and stand for something, and not try to be the next guru who's gone before you. There can never be another you, ever. There's only one you, and you have to realize you're a brand. The product you promote, the network marketing company you're involved in, or whatever you're selling doesn't matter. People are buying you. So start focusing on your brand equity every single day. Step number 9 is to give a massive amount of value. I mentioned this earlier, but just taking people's money is not going to work in the near future. Just selling someone a biz op or info product is not going to work 5 years from now. You need to start caring about your customers, have a deep desire to help them solve their problems and reach their goals, and give them a great experience every time they come across you. People are getting smarter, and they want to do business with people they know, like, and trust. You can still build a giant email list and promote products, but one day down the track, when that doesn't work and you can't just send people to buy products, what will you do? Start thinking about building up multiple channels and adding tons of value on every channel you're marketing on. When your content does 90% of the talking, then it will be very easy to sell whatever you want to sell. Step number 10 is to have fun. Most people don't actually enjoy the process of building a business. They're only looking at it as a way to make money. If that's your outlook, you should stick with a job. Start learning to love what you do and enjoy the process of mastering your craft. I'm a marketer when I'm with my family. I'm a marketer when I'm in the shower, and I'm a marketer when I'm at the gym. Do I disconnect and have family time? Damn right. However, I love this business, and I enjoy every single minute of growing, both financially as well as helping others. The more fun you have, the more money you will make. Pretty simple. Now, if you've made it this far, I would really appreciate if you would head down to the comments below and let me know what is your biggest lesson you plan to apply from what you've just learned. Watching this video and listening to all of this is one thing, but you have to apply it in your life to make things happen. Alright guys, so let's now have a look at what are some of the best home-based business ideas. Now the business ideas I'm going to suggest to you today, these are business models that have stood the test of time. These are business models that a lot of people out there have made a lot of money in the past, and there's still a lot more room for people like you to get into these different business models and make a lot of money as well. And these are business models that, like I said, have been around for a very long time. They're continuing to make people a lot of money, and just about anybody can get started with any of these business models. So the first one we're going to look at is freelancing. All right, so freelancing is essentially a business model where you essentially just do work for other people. So you might come to a site like Fiverr.com, or there are other sites like this known as People Per Hour or Upwork.com. All of these sites are what's called freelancing websites, where you can go in and there are a number of different jobs that you can do for people, and a lot of these jobs you don't need any experience, or it really wouldn't take much to learn how to do these sorts of things. So as you can see here, these are all the different categories of jobs that you can create and do for other people. Simple things as being a virtual assistant. So that's something that anybody could do. Data entry, anybody could do that as well. There's so many jobs on here where you could go in and start, doing this from home, working for other people online. There are millions and millions of people going onto sites like this looking for people to help them with their business activity or whatever it might be. Big companies use this, big business people use this. It's not just for people starting out. This is a huge website, and there are a lot of people looking for help from people like you who are willing to put in some work to start building up their business and make a bit of money. So definitely a viable way to make money online. Potentially, if you have some sort of interest or skill, or anything that you could actually go in and find something that you're interested in and get started with. Just say you are have some interest in graphic design, or you have a bit of history designing things, or let's say you have a bit of interest in digital marketing or whatever it might be, writing and translation. If you have some sort of interest, some sort of skill, or anything that you can find in here, you could also stick to something that you already are really good at. You could also go in and you could simply learn how to create flyers, learn how to create brochures and all this type of stuff, and as you do more and more work, you might charge a little bit less, but as you get better, you can charge more and more for your services, and the more experienced you become, the better you're going to be at this, and the more money you'll make. And like I said earlier, covering some of those things, it might take a little bit of time to build up to where you want to be, but if you just get started and put this into action time and time again, like I said, you're going to keep learning, keep developing, and the more and more money you will make later down the track, the more as you put in more and more work as you go. All right, guys, so the next business model that I want to introduce you to, or talk about now, is Amazon FBA. So if you're not exactly sure what Amazon FBA is, or what the FBA stands for, FBA is fulfillment by Amazon. So what this means is that you can actually purchase products in inventory, have it sent to what's called an Amazon fulfillment warehouse, and once you put these products, whatever it is, onto your Amazon store, when people make a purchase, Amazon will actually do all the fulfillment for you. So they'll do all the packaging and sending of the product out to the customer. So it becomes a very passive income way of selling physical products online, because you don't have to do any of that packaging and sending and everything like that. And Amazon are a well-oiled machine, so that you're going to have a good service to your customers in terms of the packaging and mailing, because like I said, they're a well-oiled machine. Now the thing with Amazon FBA is, if that's something that you do want to get into, the key here is going out there and learning how to research, learning how to find products that are in high demand but don't have too much competition, so that you can have faith that you can go out there and invest in the inventory and knowing that it is going to sell. So this might be a matter of actually going out there, searching for some other videos on YouTube, learning how to find products, like I said, that are in high demand, low competition. It might be going out there and investing in a course. If you want to make money for yourself, potentially you're going to need to invest in yourself to learn the skills to do so. So if Amazon FBA is something that interests you, then potentially you will need to go out there and invest in yourself to learn what you need to learn to make money with Amazon FBA. But there are people making hundreds of thousands of dollars per month month just selling one single item on the Amazon website, which is unbelievable. And there is still a lot of room for more people to get involved in this. Yeah, so I mean, if that's something that you're interested in, then I definitely recommend you go out there and start doing your research, learning more about it. All right, guys, so the next business model I want to talk to you about is dropshipping. Now, if you've not heard of dropshipping, it works very similar to Amazon FBA, but the major benefit of dropshipping is you don't have to invest in the inventory before you start selling it. So, it takes the risk out of actually going out there, investing all this money into particular products only to have those products not sell. So essentially the way that this works is you act as the middleman between the customer and the manufacturer or the supplier of the product, so that potentially you might go out there and you might create like an e-commerce store, you might create a Facebook page that's dedicated to selling particular types of products, you might create you might even create your own Amazon store, whatever it might be, and then when people make a purchase, some of that money would go to you, some of that money would go to the manufacturer and the supplier of the product, and the manufacturer or the supplier would do the packaging and shipping for you, same as with Amazon FBA. Now I'll show you a few sites now just to give you an example of what this might look like. So this here is Aliexpress, and what this is a network of different manufacturers and suppliers that you can connect to and start finding products to promote on on your e-commerce store or whatever it might be. So yeah, as you can see here, it's got all these categories down the side, and within each of those categories, all these subcategories. So this is where you can actually connect directly with manufacturers and start promoting their products and earning additional money, because you're going to be getting these products at a cheaper price, getting them direct from the supplier or the manufacturer. Now another thing that you could use is Dropship. So Dropship have a plugin, so this enables you to automate everything that I spoke about before. So this is a plugin that you would plug into a WordPress website. So you create an e-commerce store essentially using WordPress, and this plugin actually enables you to automatically import any product on here into your WordPress website, and it's beautifully laid out like a proper e-commerce store. You can choose your theme and the way your website looks using this plugin, and like I said, automatically import all of the descriptions, recommended pricing, all of that of any product in here into your e-commerce store, to make it very easily. And then when people make a purchase, it's automatically connected up to the manufacturer and everything like that, so you don't have to worry too much about having to send off the customer details and the payments and everything like that. They also have another service where they will build you a custom store. So they have a basic plan where they will build you they'll actually have a consultation with you, learn about what you're interested in, help you to find a niche, help you to find products within that niche that are in high demand, don't have too much competition. They'll actually create your entire e-commerce website and import up to 50 products into that store and really just help you get started with that. So that's another really easy option to get started if you do have a little bit of money to invest. But yeah, that's essentially, I hope that gives you a broad idea of how dropshipping actually works. If you have any questions, do head down to the comments and ask away. But let's now move on to the fourth business model that I want to talk about today. Okay, so the fourth business model I want to talk about today is actually the last business model I'm going to talk about, and it is by far my favorite business model, especially for beginners. I think this is the absolute easiest and best way to get started making money online, especially if you're a beginner and don't have a lot of money to invest. Now, what I'm talking about here, guys, is affiliate marketing. So if you've not heard of affiliate marketing, essentially it's just a process of earning a commission for referring a customer to purchase a particular product or service. So the way that it works is you would identify a particular target audience, a particular niche, and you would find a product that this particular target audience would need in order to help them overcome their challenges, overcome their problems, or in order to help them fulfill their hobby or whatever it might be. And then you would get that product in front of them, and whenever they make their purchase a purchase of that product, you would earn a certain percentage of the sale price of that product as a commission. So you find products and you sign up to what's called an affiliate program for these products, and you're given an affiliate link, a unique affiliate link, and whenever someone clicks on that product and makes a purchase, that's when you earn the commissions. It is a really simple business model, and it is easy. You know, all you have to do is go out there and find already proven products, products that are already out there in the marketplace, making sales and serving the customers that they're meant to be serving. And all you need to do is attract those types of people to view the product, and the chances are they're going to make purchases when you set this up the right way. Now, like I said, this is by far my favorite way to make money online. So if you want to learn more about this, then I've put something together very special for you, and I want you to head down to the description below and click the first link where you can sign up to a 100% free training teaching you everything you need to know about this business model. This is going to give you the advanced strategies of how to set up an affiliate marketing business and start making money from home, with your very own business. Now, in this training, you're going to learn everything from, how to find profitable products to promote, how to actually attract and generate traffic, how to actually make sure you convert and sell these products at a high rate, how to, choose the right niche, how to do all of the marketing, everything. You will learn that in this training. So definitely go down and check it out if it sounds interesting to you at all. And that's about it, guys. That's everything for this video. I really hope you've gotten value from it. If you have, make sure you smash that like button. If you want to continue learning more about different ways of making money online, making money from home, then smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. And I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.